usually when you take your own notes and you look back at them, it takes a while for you to, oh, that's what I was talking about. But when you have the LiveScribe pen, it's not only your notes, it's the teacher talking you through step by step everything that you have to know and everything that they taught that day. So it saves a lot of time.
I think it's really great. It's like the pen is a second way to be able to learn the things, because you can have an auditory way and a visual. So I'm able to see what the notes I took, but also listen to it, so that way I make sure that I understand it really well.
It's not my own voice, it's my teacher, and Mr. Farmer, he explains it perfectly. He's my favorite teacher, and the way he explains it, it helps me a lot. So, and to get that as a review and plus my own notes, that's a really good way to learn, I feel.
Before the pen, you'd really have to rely on what you remembered from the class lecture and what you'd written down. And a lot of times you either miss some things here and there by writing down and not listening, or you're listening and not writing it down. And then so this pen has allowed you to, whatever you've missed, you can go back and hear what she's been saying. It's
not always that easy to look at your notes, how you scratched them down, and just translate and understand what you're trying to say. And her voice is, she always explains it in a way that I could never say it that way, and it always helps a lot.
I use it mostly for things that I can't remember or am having a hard time remember, and listening to it again really helps it engrave in my memory.
I can basically view everything she said during the day, and that helps make the concepts I learned more concrete in my mind.
I just took a pre-calc test actually last hour that I studied with the pen for, and I feel like I did great. I mean, it was so much easier. I was just like, oh yeah, I remember Mrs. Teal saying this on my LiveScribe pen, explaining this, and I remember just thinking, wow, that helped a lot.